with March, April, then first March, April paper for, Feb, March paper for IGCSE for this year. Okay? Okay. Though it's not tough, there are a few technical things which we need to know. Wait, where's the pen? Okay, let's start. Growth is the characteristic feature of living organisms which process provides the energy for growth. You there? Have I missed something? You there? I couldn't hear you. Try मेरा phone देना. Okay. That's why I couldn't hear you. I was calling you there, you there. Okay. Um, so I was telling, okay, there are 7 features of living organism. There are 7 characteristics that we usually mention when we discuss like the characteristics that are possessed by all organisms. Mrs. Gren. Okay. So, okay, growth is one of the characteristic. What process provides energy for growth? Respiration. Second one is about the arthropod. There are 3 classes of arthropod. Oh, sorry. I guess 4 you have studied. Number 1 is insect, right? Which is mentioned. Crustacean, myropods, and arachnids. Can you tell me the special features for these? Arachnids, what is a special feature for this? 4 pair of legs? Okay. 2 segments only. Thorax, cephalothorax, and then abdomen. Their head and thorax is combined. Okay. Crustacean, they have an outer shell and they have many pairs, but not too many. I'm not mentioning it because this is one of the uh, question in the past paper, that how many legs are possessed by crustaceans, and the answer was, any idea? At in that one, the option given was 10 in that MCQ. Okay, so they have 10 legs and the body parts are mainly 3. Okay, insects have only 3 pair of legs. They may or may not have wings, and they have 3 body segments. Okay, head. Okay, then last one is myriapods. Myriapods have the uh, many segments, and each segment has its own pair of leg. Okay, own pair of leg. Okay, so an arthropod is given. It has 2 pair of antenna. So which class is that? Yeah, yes, is crustacean. Okay. Next one is about a plant cell. So it's a palisade mesophil cell. Now, which labeled part does photosynthesis and where are the chromosomes found? What is W? W is nucleus. Z is, okay, vacuum. This is cytoplasm. and this is chloroplast. Yes, it's D. Next question is regarding, okay, again, magnification is being asked. Okay. Which organism has the longest actual body length? You have to calculate the actual body length. So image size is given and magnification is given. Okay. This one is image size and this one is magnification. How to calculate actual size? Oh, sorry, image size. G. Okay. Then calculate it. Let me write the formula for you. Magnification is equal to image size over actual size. So actual is equal to image over magnification. Let's calculate for each. 60 divided by 2 is 30. 28 divided by 1 is 28. 75 divided by 1.5 is 50. And 100 divided by 200 is 0.5. So which has the biggest one? Is D, 30. Okay. Next one. A plant was immersed in a concentrated salt solution, mean this one is a hypertonic solution, and become plasmolysed. Which diagram represent the plasmolysis? Plasmolysis is basically the shrinking. Yes, shrinking of cytoplasm. So it's D. Next question is, what is an example of active transport? Absorption of nitrate ions? Yes, it can be. Evaporation of water? No. Movement of oxygen? No. Movement of water? No. So A. Which biological molecule is shown in this diagram? So these are the nitrogenous bases, right? So which molecule is this? DNA. Next one, the graph shows the activity of an enzyme. It's getting denatured at pH 7. Okay. So which deduction? It is most active in acidic conditions. A student investigated the rate of photosynthesis in tomato plants. So with the increase in light, the rate of photosynthesis also increases, and there is a point X given. What is the limiting factor at X? Light intensity. If this X is given at this point, let's say this point, this point, this point, then instead of light, there might be some other factor. This is the repeated one. This MCQ, it was the earlier one as well, the enzyme one, it was repeated many times, and this was as well. So there's a repetition. Which row shows the uses of some carbohydrates in plants? What does glucose do? Glucose, respiration. Starch is used as a storage molecule, and sucrose, transport. Transport. So answer is, just give me a minute. I don't know why my battery. Okay. A child decided to eat only meat. Okay, this is again a repeated one. only meat, oily fish, cheese, and bread, and drink only water. So, what is missing in the diet, first of all? Tell me. Fruits, exactly. Fruits and vegetables is missing. So, if fruits and vegetables are missing, so which is present in like lower levels? Vitamin C, okay, correct. What, where in the alimentary canal do the enzyme pepsin, trypsin, and maltase act? Okay, pepsin is in the stomach, trypsin in pancreatic juice basically small intestine, and maltase in, wait, again is small intestine. It is produced by the epithelial lining of small intestines. The answer is C. Okay, amylase. Okay. Next question is a decrease in which factor normally causes transpiration to increase? Correct. Only humidity has a inverse relationship, while the other have the they are directly proportional. Like if they increase, the humidity increase, oh sorry, the transpiration increase. What is an advantage of double circulatory system in mammals? Hmm. Blood can flow down the body on left and up. Okay, this is not correct. Are you saying B or D? Okay, C is not the answer. It isn't same. It isn't same. It's D. Okay, atria and ventricle are chambers in the heart. Okay, which statement about the relative thickness of the muscle walls of these chambers? Okay, which is the thickest chamber? Hmm. Yes, yes. And then it goes to lungs and then direct to body. Okay. Okay. Which statement describe the relative thickness of the muscle wall of these chambers? Okay. Which is the thickest one? Left ventricle, then right ventricle, and then atrium. Exactly. There was one MCQ in which the values are given like 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter, and then 3 centimeter. There was one MCQ in the past paper as well. That is related to their thickness. The values were given basically. So you need to choose wisely. The atrium are of equal length or thickness. Which statement describe the relative thickness of the muscle wall of these chambers? The wall of the atria are thicker? No. Okay. The wall of the ventricle are thicker? Yes. The wall of the left ventricle is thicker? Yes. The wall of the right ventricle is thicker than the wall of. No. So which option is correct? C. Which row shows how white blood cells helps to defend the body against pathogens? Okay. White blood cells, do they produce antibodies? Yes. Okay. Blood clotting? No. Phagocytosis? Yes. So there are two functions, either lymphocytes that produce antibodies or phagocytes that engulfs the cell. Okay. The cholera bacterium produce a toxin that causes the secretion of chloroidines into the small intestine. The which statement describe the consequence of this? The water potential in the small intestine, so water move out into the small intestine. Okay. Um, what if I say it's not A? Wait. Okay, if it's about the lumen, since lumen is not mentioned over here, right? So then, oh sorry, then A. Otherwise, if lumen is given, then we have to write that the epithelial cells, water move out of the epithelial cells into the lumen. Okay, which cell protect the lungs from pathogens by secreting mucus? Easy one. Wait, goblet cells. Okay. Which one describes the anaerobic respiration in human? So in humans, it takes place in muscles, and what is produced as a result of anaerobic respiration? Only lactic acid. So carbon dioxide produced? No. Oxygen needed? No. Really, amount of energy released compared to aerobic respiration is low. Okay, so the answer is D. Okay, there was another MCQ that just came into my mind. Um, there was one question written that anaerobic respiration and aerobic respiration both takes place in yeast. Okay, so what do you think? Which what is the effect of aerobic respiration? Since every time we discuss only anaerobic respiration in yeast, we never discuss aerobic respiration. So what will happen in aerobic respiration? So in aerobic respiration, more carbon dioxide would be produced. Like it's about energy as well. More energy is produced. There was one question. Okay, if you know, then it's okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Which chemical reaction is catalyzed by maltose? Glucose and plus glucose. So the maltose is basically a combination of two glucose units.